Again, this pad probably gets 15, 20 feet out of it. Stuff's pretty cheap, so we burn through it pretty quick. The 240, this is something to spend some time with, get this wet. Grab our sponge. So you'll want to keep this miter wet. This kind of seals, helps maintain sealed pores in this epoxy. So get some water on there. So if you throw some water up top, usually you can just kind of grab it with your pad and pull it over under your miter. Now, past 240, you might jump into some 300 and 600, which we don't have with me. I do not have my trailer here for this video, but you get into the 300, 600, that's when you start to bring the shine back out of this epoxy to match the glossy finish to your porcelain. So this I'm not shaping too much. Shaping a lot of the epoxy, it's just more of a smooth finish with this 240. You can get to your corners and you can spend some time there. Kind of put a little blunt edge on that so it's not as sharp. So once you get your desired sheen, and that's when you come in with a razor blade. Actually, hand me that microfiber too. Make sure. So you wipe the water away. So if you can see this dark line right here, we actually had some dirt on the edge of the roll of tape, and that's just the epoxy peeled the dirt off the edge of the tape and we pulled the tape. So I'm gonna take this razor blade, and again, I'm gonna try and angle it away. So you can see I've still got quite a bit there. Move on down so you can see that line just rolling right off. So now if you look at this edge, it's a nice crisp clean edge. You can't see the edge of the porcelain. It's pretty beautiful. Everybody's happy. Come back down here where I had some excess. I'm gonna do this with the 240. I'm not gonna go back to the 120 or the 80. Those may end up being too aggressive. So hit it with the 240, and that'll probably get you there. Perfect. So that's something to keep in mind. Even though it may feel or look like a lot, when you go to take this blade and you can feel that blade really digging in, you don't want to force the blade into the epoxy. That's when the epoxy can chip in that area, and you get like sawtooth marks. I call them sawtooth marks in the epoxy. Or if you're pushing really hard, you can pull the epoxy out of the joint.